Welcome. Sankara's teachings are deep and profound. RamanaMaharshi lived these teachings. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. I'm Richard Clarke. I'm reviewing and commenting on Adi Shankara's Atma Bodha, or self-knowledge. Today is the 7th verse. The universe appears to be true so long as the non-dual Brahman, the ultimate reality, the substratum, the basis of all this creation, is not comprehended. It is like the illusion of seeing silver in mother of pearl. This verse from Atma Bodha draws your attention to a basic but often unnoticed mistake the mind makes, mistaking what appears to be real for what is real. Sri Sankara uses the classic analogy of seeing silver in a piece of mother of pearl to point out how you may take what is false to be true when you haven't yet recognized the deeper truth behind appearances. Just like someone who, in a flash of sunlight, sees what looks like silver on the sand and moves towards it with excitement. You may live your life chasing things that only seem to bring happiness, security, or meaning. The entire universe, everything your senses takes in, seems solid, factual, reliable. It feels real. But Shankara is saying this only seems true as long as you haven't come to know the self, which is Brahman, the non-dual reality. Once that is known directly, everything else is seen in its proper place, not as false, but as something that was wrongly taken as an independent and substantial reality. The illusion of silver and mother of pearl is a helpful example. You're not hallucinating. There is something there. But what you think is silver is actually something else entirely. It's a case of misperception. In the same way, the mind sees names and forms and assigns them separate existence, missing the underlying unity. The mistake isn't in the I, it's in the assumption. This is where self-inquiry comes in. You may be wondering, how can this solid world be an illusion? It's not that it doesn't appear, it's that it's misunderstood. You think the world exists on its own, but in reality, it appears because of the self, like a dream appears only when there's a dreamer. But without the light of the self, none of this would appear. And when you realize the self, the world no longer captures you in the same way. You still move through it, but you're not caught by the illusion. Until the self is known, you live with the mistaken idea that happiness or suffering comes from objects or situations. But they come from how the mind identifies with what it sees. When it identifies with the ego, the separate self, it suffers. When that mistaken identity drops away and the self is known, suffering ends. What's real doesn't change. The self was always there. You simply looked in the wrong place, like mistaking the glint of mother of pearl for silver. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. RamanaMaharshi could say so much with just a few words. In these books, I give comments and guided inquiries in ordinary English to deepen your practice. Available from Amazon. The link is in the video notes. These videos bring Sankara's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like. Send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.